It's been great, connecting with you all through the course. We have covered almost, we are on the third week of the course right now, right? And it's really amazing to see how you all are participating. So we thought of conducting, as said earlier in the orientation, that we will be conducting an online class during the course run. So we thought to conduct it in this week itself, because we have released, as you know, all the units of the course, and you all are almost at the verge of completing or starting with the final assignment, which is very important. So one of the main purpose of today's class is to discuss about this final assignment, to guide you all through it. Those who still have not been able to connect with the audio, you will not be able to hear us. um, so please follow these instructions. Once you log in, sign into Zoom using this meeting link, you will have this option in the left bottom corner of your screen to connect to the audio. We have kept everyone on mute so that there is no sound disturbances, and you all can hear us properly. If you want to, if you have any queries or any questions, keep typing in the chat section. I am Shohini. Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Shohini. I am one of the course faculties in this course on using educational technology for constructive teaching and learning. It is the first digital badge course that we are offering, and Assam is the first state where we are offering it at scale to all you teachers. As you know, this course is available in English and Assamese. We did talk about what are digital badges, and how you can earn it, and its important significance in the orientation, right? As you know, you will be earning a digital badge at the end of this course once you complete all the criteria, which is mainly completing the final practice assignment along with the quizzes that were part of the previous units. Wherever you are unable to understand or follow the instructions that I'm saying right now, you can put in the type in the chat section along with me. Today I also have Miss Durva Sarkar, whom you met during the orientation. She is also part of the course team. We have some of our master trainers who are your mentors, and I know you have been contacting them through Telegram group on this X platform. And we have some of our master trainers in today's session. We have Mrs. Kaveri Bodthakur, who will also be conducting few sections of this session. So wherever you get stuck or you are not being able to comprehend, please type in the chat section. One of us will respond to you in the chat. And if the query is something that we feel that which can be addressed in the large group rather than in the chat section, we will take your queries towards the end of this session. I hope I am audible to everyone and you all can uh, hear me. Just a moment.
Yes, sure. Please continue. We can hear.
Yeah. Okay. So Durba, just see in Dimbeshwar sir is having some trouble, I think. He's put in the chat section.
Yeah, sure.
On WhatsApp, sorry. Okay. So this is mainly today's agenda. I know we started a little late because we were waiting others to join, and I think many of you right now have joined already. So the main agenda for today's session is that we will be till now you have we have released all the units. The fourth unit has the main assignment, but the previous three units has lot of concepts that were introduced in these units. Some of you might have known some of the concepts while you did your B.Ed and M.Ed. Some concepts might be new for you, but we have tried to cover the key concepts which stand out, or which are the main uh, forms the main basis for this course, to make help you understand how educational technology can be used constructively in your teaching learning process. It is not something which only private high end schools or uh, advanced schools can follow. We have been implementing such an approach in the state of Assam for the past 6 7 years, and all the government teachers, government school teachers in different locations across the districts of Assam have been implementing this approach. So who the master trainers or the mentors that you have, they have been implementing this in their school. So it is not something that is outside, or that is not being practiced on field. So it has been practiced by many teachers in Assam. So we'll be recapitulating some of the key concepts from the course. We will be discussing and orienting you on how to complete the final assignment, which is in Unit 4, and it is divided into sections to make it simpler for you all. And after that, we'll be addressing your queries also. But it's not that you can keep on typing in the chat section if you have queries. As you know, the objective of this first the digital badge course is mainly to understand the constructivist approaches to learning, and how what can be the role of technology in constructing meaningful learning experiences for your students. During this course, the learners, that is you all teachers, will be able to design and implement lesson plans where student centered use of technology is being integrated. So one of the immediate output of this course is also what you are going to do in Unit 4, that is the final assignment, where you will be creating a lesson plan based on all your learning from the previous units that you have done in this course. You need to collate all your understanding and learning from all the three units that you have done till now, and based on that you need to create a lesson plan for students and implement it with your students. And also during this process you will be able to integrate and use new technology tools or applications for students use in your teaching learning process. As I said, at the end of the course, fulfillment of these criteria and the cumulative percentage of 60% will help you in achieving the digital badge. And we want all of you to earn that badge. And I know you will give your best. There has been lot of posts and lot of updates in the WhatsApp and Telegram group that you are attempting the quizzes, you're doing the course content. We told you that please go slow, read all the content, and then attempt the quizzes, because one thing is that without reading the content, going through it thoroughly, the quizzes will get affected. And also at the end, the final assignment, there you will need to know the concepts to create that lesson plan. So we will be revisiting a bit what we have done in all the four units. As you can see, And I am sure you all remember that you have done in unit 1, you have done, we have talked about what is learning. I'm sure many of you knew about these concepts, the types of learning, and how, authentic learning can be integrated in the teaching learning process. In unit 2, we talked about a very new concept. It's not new anymore, the TPAC framework, which talks about the technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge of the teacher, and how the teacher can use these knowledge to create a meaningful learning experience in the classroom for students. So this framework was created by Kohler and Mishra. Mishra, who is Punya Mishra, he also actually belongs from Assam. So they created this framework, and this forms a basis for this constructive use of technology in a classroom situation. And unit 3, where you got to know about online and blended learning, and how distance technology tools can help in conducting such online learning sessions with students. And unit 4, as you know, consists of the main practice based assignment. I to come in and talk briefly about what you all did. I am sure you can recall all these concepts that you can see on the screen, as these are part of the course only. So we will just quickly do a recap for you to remember what we have covered in these units. So I would request Kaveri ma'am to take in from here.
Thank you, Sohini.
Thanks, ma'am. Yeah.
সকলো শিক্ষক শিক্ষয়িত্ৰীক মোৰ ফালৰ পৰা গুড ইভিনিং জনাইছোঁ। আজিৰ প্ৰথম ডিজিটেল বেটছৰ প্ৰথম অনলাইন মিটিঙত আপোনালোকৰ সকলোকে স্বাগতম জনাইছোঁ। মোৰ নাম কাবেৰী বৰঠাকুৰ আৰু মই আপোনালোকৰ ডিজিটেল বেটছৰ এগৰাকী মেণ্টৰ হিচাপে মই ইয়াতে কাৰ্যৰত হৈ আছোঁ। ইতিমধ্যে সোহিনী মেমে গোটেইখিনি বস্তু বুজাই দিছে এই মিটিংখন কিয় কৰা হৈছে বা ইয়াতে কি কি আমি টপিক অন্তৰ্ভুক্ত কৰিম। আপোনালোকৰ বহুত ডাউট আছে, যোনবোৰ ডাউট আপোনালোকে ডিছকাশ্যন ফোৰামতো লিখিছে বা টেলিগ্ৰাম বা হোৱাটছএপতো লিখিছে, সেইবোৰ বিষয়ে আমি আজি আলোচনা কৰিম। মই থুলমূলকে প্ৰথম ইউনিট যোনটো হোৱাট ইজ লাৰ্ণিং সেইটো বিষয়ে অলপ ক'ব বিচাৰিছোঁ। আপোনালোকে ইতিমধ্যে এইবোৰ চব পাৰ কৰি পেলাই এতিয়া একদম অন্তিম ইউনিট 4 নম্বৰ পাইছেগে, উপনীত হৈছেগে। তথাপিও এটা ৰিকেপ কৰাটো দৰকাৰ, আমি যিহেতু জানো। প্ৰথমতে আপোনালোকে জানে হোৱাট ইজ লাৰ্ণিং। লাৰ্ণিং ইজ এ মডিফিকেশ্যন অফ বিহেভিয়াৰ এজ এ ৰিজাল্ট অফ এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চ। আমি BEdতো পঢ়িছোঁ লাৰ্ণিং মানে কি। আৰু ইট ইজ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ফৰ এ টিচাৰ টু ন' এবাউট লাৰ্ণিং, ইটছ মিনিংছ এণ্ড ইটছ কনচেপ্টছ। আৰু আমি জানো বোথ টিচিং এণ্ড লাৰ্ণিং কমপ্লিমেণ্ট ইচ আদাৰ। এতিয়া আপোনালোকৰ ইউনিটত লাৰ্ণিঙৰ বিষয়ে দিয়া আছে। লাৰ্ণিং কি, লাৰ্ণিঙৰ কেইটা টাইপ আছে আৰু লাৰ্ণিঙৰ কেইটা থিয়ৰী আছে। চ' টাইপছ অফ লাৰ্ণিং মই পটককৈ কৈ দিছোঁ। ৰোট লাৰ্ণিং, প্ৰব্লেম বেছড লাৰ্ণিং আৰু প্ৰজেক্ট বেছড লাৰ্ণিং। আপোনালোকে জানে ৰোট লাৰ্ণিং মানে কি, মুখস্থ বিদ্যা। ল'ৰা ছোৱালীক এটা কনচেপ্ট দিয়া যায়, ল'ৰা ছোৱালীটো মুখস্থ কৰে আৰু পৰীক্ষাত সেইটো তাহাঁতে উপস্থাপন কৰে, সেইটো হৈছে আপোনাৰ ৰোট লাৰ্ণিং। ইয়াত স্ক্ৰীনত আপোনালোকে দেখা পাই আছে ৰোট লাৰ্ণিঙৰ ডেফিনেশ্যন কি দিছে, মেমৰাইজেশ্যন এণ্ড ৰিট্ৰিভেল, ইতিমধ্যে মই কৈছোঁ। আৰু ইট ডাজন্ট ইনক্লুড এনি হাই লেভেল থিংকিং। ল'ৰা ছোৱালীয়ে নিজে ভাবাৰ একো তাহাঁতে মানে সুযোগ নাপায়। তাহাঁতে যি মুখস্থ কৰিছে, যি পঢ়িছে সেইটোকে মুখস্থ কৰিছে আৰু সেইটোকে তাহাঁতে পৰীক্ষাত উপস্থাপন কৰিছে, সেইটো হ'ল আপোনাৰ ৰোট লাৰ্ণিং। দ্বিতীয়টো হৈছে প্ৰব্লেম বেছড লাৰ্ণিং। প্ৰব্লেম বেছড লাৰ্ণিং আৰু প্ৰজেক্ট বেছড লাৰ্ণিং আমি IT যেতিয়া আমি পঢ়াওঁ তেতিয়া আমি বিশেষকৈ এই দুটাৰ ওপৰত বেছি গুৰুত্ব প্ৰদান কৰোঁ। প্ৰব্লেম বেছড লাৰ্ণিং মানে হৈছে শিক্ষকজনে ল'ৰা ছোৱালীক এটা কনচেপ্ট পঢ়াবৰ কাৰণে প্ৰথমতে এটা প্ৰব্লেম দিব আৰু প্ৰব্লেমটো ছল্ভ কৰিয়ে ল'ৰা ছোৱালীয়ে সেই কনচেপ্টটোক আয়ত্ত কৰিব। হয় সেই প্ৰব্লেমটো শিক্ষকজনে উপস্থাপন কৰিব বা ল'ৰা ছোৱালীয়ে নিজে এটা প্ৰব্লেম বাছি ল'ব আৰু সেই প্ৰব্লেমটো ছল্ভ কৰি কৰি তাহাঁতে সেই কনচেপ্টটো আয়ত্ত কৰিব। সেইটো হ'ল আপোনাৰ problem based learning. Yet dia ase begins with problem and situation which can be hypothetical. Etu kalponik hobo pare ki kalponik bhabe eta problem শিক্ষক জনে ল'ৰা ছোৱালীক দিলে আৰু ল'ৰা ছোৱালীয়ে কাল্পনিক ভাবে বা এটা হেৰি মানে সেই সলিউশনটো কেনেকে ওলাব সেইটো তাহাতে পদ্ধতিটো আগবাঢ়িলে আৰু তেনেকে তাহাতে সেই কনসেপ্টটো লাৰ্ন কৰে require students to arrive at the solution or answers through a process of exploration, research, drawing concepts from past experience, knowledge, thus creating new knowledge in the process. Tamane, eta problem dia goise lora ছোৱালীয়ে সেই প্ৰবলেমটোৰ এনসাৰ পাব কাৰণে বহুত ধৰণৰ পদ্ধতি অৱলম্বন কৰিব পাৰে প্ৰথমটো হৈছে এক্সপ্লোৰেচন কৰিব তাহাতে ৰিসাৰ্চ কৰিব research online research koribo ba offline research koribo drawing concept build koribo aru ei guti khini paddhoti hoi ja pasat tahate he concept tu he bostu tu learn koribo our students may also create own problem hoy mo agote kolu hoy problem based to prothomte shikhoke dibo ba studente nije eta problem upostapon koribo titiyo tu hoise project based learning problem based learning or project based learning eta project based learning to ki eta project dia jabo jeneke involves creation of learning artifacts projects by students may use ICT tools eta udaharon diu dhorok eta ma concept dilu moi science or concept ta dilu nutrition eta nutrition tuk moi tahator pohante prothomte moi nutrition to topic to bujai dilu tarso tate eta project koribo hoy tahate nutrition opor eta PPT presentation banabo ma nutritional আপোনাৰ নিউট্ৰিশনৰ যোনবোৰ উপাদান খাদ্যৰ যোনবোৰ উপাদান তাৰ এটা চাৰ্ট বনাব হেতু এক্সেল শীটত বনাব এনেকে বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ এপ ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি এপ মানে কৈছো আইসিটি টুল ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি তাহাতে প্ৰজেক্টটো উপস্থাপন কৰিব আৰু সেই প্ৰজেক্টটো বনাই থকা পদ্ধতিতে তাহাতে বস্তুটো শিকি যাব Next, develops creativity, critical thinking ability, and communication skill in students as they work on authentic, meaningful projects. মই আপোনাক ইতিমধ্যে এটা উদাহৰণ দিছো এটা সিম্পল উদাহৰণ দিছো নিউট্ৰিশনৰে বা যিকোনো প্ৰজেক্টটা যিকোনো টপিকটা তাত তাহাতে এটা প্ৰজেক্ট কৰিব প্ৰজেক্টটো কৰি প্লাই তাহাতে নিজেও শিকিব আৰু কিছুমান ল'ৰা ছোৱালীয়ে এটা মই মোৰ স্কুলতে দেখো মোৰ ক্লাছতে দেখো মোৰ ক্লাছৰ ল'ৰা ছোৱালীয়ে আৰু আন ল'ৰা ছোৱালীক পিয়াৰ মানে কমিউনিকেশ্যন স্কিল এটা বিল্ড হয় তাহাতে নিজেওটো কৰে লগতে তাহাতৰ নিজৰ লগৰীয়া খুপাকো সহায় কৰে প্ৰজেক্টটো কমপ্লিট কৰিবলৈ আৰু এই প্ৰজেক্টটো কমপ্লিট কৰাৰ পাছত তাহাতে সেই কনসেপ্টটো আয়ত্ত কৰে সো এগিটা হল আমাৰ টাইপস অফ লাৰ্নিং নেক্সট আছে আমাৰ থিওৰিজ অফ লাৰ্নিং এইবোৰ আপোনালোকে সকলোৱে বিএডত পঢ়িছে তথাপি আমি এটা ৰিকেপ কৰাটো উচিত হয় বিহেভিয়ৰিজম কগনিটিভিজম আৰু কনষ্ট্ৰাকটিভিজম আইটিত আমি সদায় কগনিটিভিজমৰ ওপৰত বেছি গুৰুত্ব দিওঁ বিহেভিয়ৰিজম আপোনালোকে জানে ৰিৱাৰ্ডছ এণ্ড পানিশমেণ্ট ল'ৰা ছোৱালী এটা কেনেকৈ শিকে যেতিয়া আমি তাক ৰিৱাৰ্ড দিওঁ বা পানিশমেণ্ট দিওঁ তেনেকৈ ল'ৰা ছোৱালী এটা শিকে কগনিটিভিজম মুখস্থ বিদ্যা ৰিট্ৰিভ কৰে সেইটো বস্তুটো ষ্ট'ৰ কৰে লয় মনত ষ্ট'ৰ কৰে আৰু যেতিয়া দৰকাৰ হয় সেইটো উপস্থাপন কৰে কগনিটিভ থিয়ৰী আৰু নেক্সট last but not the least is the constructivism to অলপ আমি project based বা problem based learning লগত মিলাব পাৰো কিয়নো ইয়াতে ল'ৰা ছোৱালী এটা নতুন বস্তু কনস্ট্ৰাক্ট কৰিব নতুন বস্তু কনস্ট্ৰাক্ট কৰিলে ল'ৰা ছোৱালীৰ মাজত এটা কনফিডেন্স লেভেল বাঢ়ে ল'ৰা ছোৱালী নিজৰ লগৰীয়া লগত peer learning হয় এইবোৰ আপোনালোকে জানে ইয়াত কি দিছে চাওক student construct their own understandings of knowledge and skills. The theory places heavy emphasis on the context of learning because learning is situated. Students learn best with tasks just above their experience level, scaffolding and assistance. Tamane constructivism etu bujaise je lora suliye kibata bostu construct koribo construct mane kibata project banabo juntu authentic hobo juntu tahator contextual hobo mane ji pohise tar upor bhitti hobo authentic hobo nijor personal life logot deal koribo hetu hiki tahate an belek skill pabo communication skill tahato bhal hobo peers skill tahato develop hobo so ebur hose constructivismor kisuman বৈশিষ্ট্য নেক্সট আমি দেখা পাইছো স্ক্ৰিনত অথেন্টিক লাৰ্নিং মই অলপ আগতে কলো যেতিয়া কিবা এটা টপিক যেতিয়া কিবা এটা প্ৰজেক্ট বা যেতিয়া কিবা এটা প্ৰবলেম ল'ৰা ছোৱালীয়ে সলভ কৰি নিজৰ পাৰ্সোনাল লাইফৰ লগত ৰিলেট কৰিব পাৰে সেই লাৰ্ণিংটো অথেন্টিক হয় মানে
Ma'am,
and
sorry to interrupt, ma'am. If you can just speak a bit more English. I think one of them have put in the chat. Sorry
more
to
English or
interrupt.
more Assamese?
More English.
More English.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
authentic learning, as you can see, as an approach can be adopted by any type of learning to make it connected and contextual to lives of the learners. Uh, okay, so types of learning we have come across, that is rote learning, that is problem-based learning and project-based learning. We mostly emphasize on project and problem-based. Then we have theories of learning, that is behaviorism, cognitivism, and constructivism. We lay emphasis on mostly constructivism, where a student construct artifacts out of the knowledge they acquire from the textbook. It is contextual and it is related to their lives. It is related to their lives, so making it more authentic. আমি থুলমূলকে লাৰ্ণিঙৰ বিষয়ে পঢ়িলো, টাইপছৰ বিষয়ে পঢ়িলো আৰু থিয়ৰিজৰ বিষয়ে পঢ়িলো। ইতিমধ্যে আপোনালোকে এই ইউনিটটো পাৰ কৰি পেলাই দ্বিতীয় তৃতীয় ইউনিট পাইছেগে। যোন শিক্ষক শিক্ষয়িত্ৰীয়ে এই ইউনিটটো পোৱা নাই, মই আশা কৰো মোৰ এই এক্সপ্লেনেশ্যন খিনি তাহাঁতক সহায় কৰিব। I'm going to repeat it again in English. Since most of you all have finished unit 1 and 2, I guess. So those who have not finished till now, I think my explanation will help them in a way or so. And if not, then you can give me a personal call, or you can just email me, or you can just message me in Messenger or WhatsApp, and I'll be happy to help. Thank you. Over to you, Sohni.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That's great. Thank you. Yeah, as Kaveri ma'am said, if you still have any doubts while while you're planning your lesson, creating the lesson plan, please get in touch with your mentors. They are happy to help you because they have been through this process. They have done these things, and they have been implementing such things in the past. We will just go to the next unit that you did in this course, which talked about how technology can be integrated in the curriculum and the pedagogy, where as I was saying, that TPAC framework is the main part of this unit, where we talked about this framework, which includes technology, pedagogy, and content knowledge, which comes together to create a rich, meaningful learn. You can see in I would just brush up that content knowledge is, I'm sure you all know, you can type in the chat section also.
Only your voice is breaking.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Okay. So content refers to what you are going to teach, right? And it refers, and content knowledge refers to the teacher's knowledge on the content that is being taught, right? So it is referring to your own knowledge about the content. Pedagogical knowledge, pedagogy means how, so the method of teaching. So it includes different tools, different methods the teacher adapts while they are delivering a particular lesson, right? For example, group discussion, mind mapping, maybe textbook reading, or pen and paper test, or any kind of a project work that the teacher, so these are all the methods that the teacher is using, or the tools that the teacher is using while delivering a content to the students. So pedagogical knowledge actually refers to the knowledge of the teacher regarding the different pedagogies that he or she can apply while conducting a lesson. And what is technological knowledge? So technology is the third component that is coming along with the content and the pedagogy that the teacher is using. So technology is acting as a partner, and integrating with the existing content and the pedagogy that as a teacher you are applying while delivering a lesson, right? So this technological knowledge of the teacher, it consists of the teacher's ability to select what, you know uh, what is appropriate, to select technology tools which are appropriate for delivering a lesson. For example, the teacher might think that, for this for a chapter on I'm really sorry, for a chapter on rainfall, uh, the technology that I'm going to use, the tool, is that the students will be researching from the newspapers and from the internet about the 5 years data on rainfall that they are staying, and will compare it to another city where there is in the maybe in in the north of the country. So it is a comparative study, so the teacher decides that, the appropriate technology tool would be an Excel or a spreadsheet that can be used. So this is the technological knowledge, is the ability of the teacher to um, think and select what technology would be appropriate to be included or to be integrated in a lesson, so that, when content, pedagogy and technology, all three things are coming together in a lesson, the student experiences a deep learning, experiences deep learning and goes deeper into the concept. Okay, sorry, I took a little longer, but I think this concept or this framework is very important while you are planning your lesson. Because while we have talked about in the lesson plan, if you see the instructions, that it is talking about integrating student activities which require student use of technology for creating something. So that's where the TPAC framework comes in, where as a teacher you need to think like, what would be the appropriate technology tool that can go with my lesson. Maybe your lesson is on history and maybe on the I would say Dandi March, for example. I'm just randomly picking a topic. So over there, spreadsheet or Excel might not work. The teacher might think that the student can go deeper by using technology to create a project using any multimedia application, right? So it depends on the teacher. Really sorry. So this is also something that you have seen in unit 2, where this was a presentation that is part of unit 2, right? Where we are talking about giving you an overview of different types of technology used for learning. And we there are actually a part where the teacher is using technology for learning, and student use of technology. Here we will be mainly talking about student use of technology, which is again of different varieties, as you can see. So I'm sure you all have gone through this presentation. If not, please go through again thoroughly, because this will help you while planning. Because we are mainly talking about creating with technology or with ICT when you are creating the lesson plan, because we want this thing to come out from your lesson plan, that students will be creators of resources. So there are different usage student uses of technology or ICT for learning. There is a students as passive receivers of ICT resources. Students can be actively interacting with ICT resources. Students can be creating with ICT tools, and this is a very very I would say important thing, and we are focusing on this in this course. And also there is student use to communicate with different kinds of technologies. I will not go deeper, because you have gone through these sections where, where we are talking about technology tools for passive or no interaction, where students are just watching a video or maybe listening to a video lecture or any virtual field trip that they are seeing on screen. So where they are passive, uh, pa- uh, passively, there are passive users of technology or not at all interacting. There are tools which help in active interaction, like educational games, then simulation apps like FET simulation, where students can conduct experiments using different materials, right? So they are interacting with technology. These are some examples of open educational resources where students can interact with technology. You can visit this, you can see this presentation in your course content itself. And here we are talking about how students are creating with technology, right? Where students are using a range of technology applications or tools, which are both open or maybe proprietary. But for this, it is very important that teachers are carefully designing the lesson plans so that students get the opportunity to create with technology. So it is on the teacher, how the teacher is designing, how the teacher is using his technological pedagogical content knowledge, that is the TPAC, to create or to design a lesson plan which will give scope to students to create. These are some examples that students from different places had created during our program. This is one example from the students from a school, a government school in Assam only had created this project, where the topic was on nutrition, but they went deeper into the concept. They researched on internet, they did some survey among themselves, they made a record of what they have been eating throughout the day and what is the calorie intake, and then they created this spreadsheet. This was a project done by students in a government school in Kolkata, where they took information from newspaper and internet on the daily rainfall for 2 weeks and then compared it on spreadsheet. So these are some of the examples where students were creators of artifacts or projects. So so this concept of learners becoming producers or creators of resources using technology tools on topics that they are doing in their school, right? So learners are producers of ICT resources and not only merely consuming ICT as passive or as passive participants or only interacting. So it helps them to construct their own learning, go deep in a topic, and connect it to their real lives. So it also helps them to connect it to the real life situation, to help them. One more thing is that it helps them to know how to research and how to analyze data that they are gathering, right? The internet has thousands and millions of data on a single topic, but it depends on the, so it is also a skill that how you are selecting the data, what is important for you. So these things students can develop while they are creating as or producing resources tools that the teacher can integrate while they are planning the lesson. You can see these things in the course itself. Unit 3, I'll just ask Durba to just brush upon in a minute or two, I guess, and the assignment for this course.
Yeah, sure. So I can see a lot of queries how to teach, in where the infrastructure is low, where uh, there is no functional computers, or there is the internet is not working. So we are coming to that. So how can we use distance technologies for blended and online teaching and learning? So I'm assuming that you all have gone through the reading, so I will not go in detail in that. So basically, there are various kinds of learning tools. We have just categorized it into synchronous learning tools, asynchronous learning tools, and using these tools we can go for the blended mode of teaching or the online mode of teaching. So in synchronous learning tools we can say that the Zoom calls, the video calling options where we are calling those tools as synchronous tools. So if you are conducting, like now we are having a session with you, so this is a synchronous learning mode that we have opted for. And when we are giving the TSEX platform, in TSEX platform, when we are attempting something, those are the asynchronous models of learning that we are using. So not only TSEX is just an example, you can also use Moodle or Google Classroom, which the teachers have been using a lot. So D2L, which is Desire to Learn, those are some of the asynchronous tools which you can use, and you can actually combine these two to create a learning environment or a classroom option for students. And in Zoom also, or in Google Classroom also, you have options where you can get an immediate feedback from the students. So in Zoom, suppose there is a poll option. So in that poll, after learning the session, the students, you can create a poll where the students can immediately give their feedback. Similarly, in the asynchronous mode, you can there is a teacher in Kolkata who's a master trainer. He, after every session, he used to create a Google survey, or in Moodle. He was very interested, and his
Hello, Durba.
teacher also.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, Durba. Was it only for me that you were not audible?
Uh, I am not sure. Uh, am I audible to everyone?
Kaveri ma'am,
Yeah, Durba,
Bimbeshwar
you
sir.
are audible to us.
Okay.
You
Okay.
were audible to us.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
great. Then my internet is
Yeah.
was
Shohini, if you
unstable.
can go to the
Okay, please
previous
carry on.
section, the previous slide. So in asynchronous mode, what he did was his students were very interested in Moodle and on in all those tools. So after every session, he used to create a quiz in Moodle where the students used to answer. So it's like आप जो unit test में करते हैं, there can be multiple, or in Google form there can be multiple choice question, or there can be descriptive question which the students can attempt from their mobile as well. So मोबाइल पे अगर आप लिंक भेज रहे हैं तो व्हाट्सएप या टेलीग्राम ग्रुप में, so they can access those things and they can attempt in their own time. Shoini, if you can go to the next slide. So synchronous and asynchronous both have their advantages and disadvantages. तो synchronous में एक जो होता है, नेटवर्क एक्सेसिबिलिटी एक बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है. तो नेटवर्क अगर नहीं ठीक है, क्योंकि इसके लिए ज्यादा बैंडविड्थ की जरूरत पड़ते हैं, कनेक्टिविटी अच्छा होना चाहिए, तो समटाइम्स दैट बिकम्स अ हिंड्रेंस, अ चैलेंज. That is why the asynchronous mode is more of a convenient option we feel. Matlab, this is what we hear from teachers, where they can assign some session to the students or assign some activities to the student, and the students can uh, perform and complete the task in their own time, and then attempt. Shohini, do you want me to share the screen? Because the screen is not shared.
Hello?
Yeah, Shohini, your screen, the PPT.
Yeah, can you see my screen now?
Now we can. Now, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got disconnected. Shall I go
No
to the
problem.
next slide?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah. So if you see, uh, yeah, I think we can go to the next slide. If I'm going too fast, you can ask your post your queries in the yeah. So collaboration using synchronous tools. If you can see, there are multiple ways you can also multiple ways you can conduct your session or plan your session. I would say. Uh, the another way which is we tried it out during the our teachers, I mean Kaveri ma'am, Dimbeshwar sir and other teachers, they tried it out during the pandemic and during the lockdown session, and it was extremely popular among students. It is that the concept of web quest. So and the web quest is done using a flipped classroom method. You must have read about it, so I'm not going in detail. तो उसमें क्या होता है कि आप ये एसिंक्रोनस मोड में होता है, सिंक्रोनस एंड एसिंक्रोनस दोनों होता है। तो एक सेशन या दो सेशन आपका होता है जिसमें आप बच्चे को ओरिएंट करते हो, एंड देन आफ्टर दैट यू गिव अ टास्क टू द स्टूडेंट्स कंप्लीट द टास्क एंड दे गेट बैक टू यू in maybe another after a day or after a day or two, and then uh, they share their learning with the whole community of students who are present there with their peers. So problem based activities अगर आप conduct करना चाहते हैं तो उसके लिए वेब क्वेस्ट बहुत मतलब फायदेमंद होता है। Yeah, Shohini, if you can go to the next slide. Yeah. So these are some of the uh, asynchronous ways of communicating with your student. So you can try Moodle, Google Classroom. These are all learning management system which are which helps you to administer document the session or track the students and get a report. So for those, you can try this learning management system. But also, other than this, what is very popular among students is like in the WebQuest, we tried out different quiz platform where you can create the quiz, and after every quiz, the score is shown, who has come first is shown, and the students just loved doing the quiz. So you can try those also. Also game making through scratch, and many open educational resources are also available. You can try those things also. And I'm not going in the role of WhatsApp and Telegram and all these things, because you already have tried it out during the pandemic for your session. And I mean, I'm assuming that, and what I have heard from the teachers, so I'm not going in details about that. Yeah, Shohini, if you can go to the next slide.